Hello everyone and welcome to another game update and system requirements video. Today we'll be talking about Far Cry Primal, we'll talk about the game plot, features and finally the system requirements for Far Cry Primal. Far Cry Primal will be released on 1st March 2016. I'm really excited about the game. Far Cry series has been one of my most favorite series of all time. It's an open world adventure survival FPS action game. A lot of people are not happy of the fact that the game is built on primitive age or stone age as you may call it, but I'm really excited that Ubisoft tried to bring something new to the table. The game takes place in stone age when giant mammoths and saber-toothed tigers ruled the earth and humanity was at the bottom of food chain. You will be playing as Tucker, a last survival of your group. The goal is to survive from other groups and from the deadly animals. This time you will be using bows, arrows and handcrafted weapons for fighting instead of guns. Also, you'll be able to control wild animals from time to time. This might be an excellent feature to try out. For a better experience of primitive age, Ubisoft has made the entire dialogue in a primitive language known as Proto-Indo-European, which was spoken by our ancestors 1200 years ago. To help you understand, the subtitles will be in English. Now let's come to the system requirements of Far Cry Primal. You will need to be on at least Windows 7 64-bit to run the game. For CPU, the minimum requirements are Intel Core i3 550 and AMD Phenom 2 X4955. The Core i3 550 is a first generation Intel Core i3. So from the minimum CPU requirements, you can understand the game is not that CPU intensive. For memory, you are going to need at least 4GB, which is pretty common for all the games these days. The game is not that big during release and will require 20GB of hard drive space. But remember, there will be a few DLCs coming out with this game. Now let's come to the GPU. From AMD side, the minimum GPU requirement is HD 5770 with 1GB of VRAM. From Nvidia side, the minimum GPU requirement is GTX 460 which is also 1GB. HD 5770 is similar to the newer R7 250 in performance and GTX 460 is similar to the newer GT 740. So the minimum GPU requirements are also very low for Far Cry Primal. Maybe Ubisoft will bring out a pretty optimized game this time. Now let's move on the recommended settings for Far Cry Primal. The recommended CPU requirements are Intel Core i7 2600K and AMD FX 8350. The recommended settings is much higher than the minimum requirements. FX 8350 is pretty much the top of the line processor from AMD and i7 2600K is quite powerful as well. For memory, like every other game, recommended is 8GB. Even budget builds these days has 8GB of memory. The recommended GPUs are GTX 780 from Nvidia side and AMD R9 280X. For some reason, the system requirements indicate the game is much more optimized for AMD. GTX 780 is much more powerful than the R9 280X. So on paper, the game looks more optimized for AMD. So as far as system requirements and graphics is concerned, the game will have a lot of options for both budget to high-end systems. That's what I like to see in a game where a large number of people can enjoy it. To me, playing at the Stone Age would be really interesting and I am looking forward to play Far Cry Primal. We'll have to wait and see how much Ubisoft has worked on the game and how optimized it is. If you are looking to pre-order the game for cheap, then make sure to check the link in the description. The game is much cheaper on G2 and using my referral link I get a small kickback from every purchase and it costs you nothing extra. If you like the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for gaming and computer tech videos like this. I am Absticky and see you later.